Hello and welcome to another video about the crypto market. Today we will outline the main crypto events between March 16th and March 22nd. While the market of digital assets stays resilient to the woes of the financial crisis, Bitcoin reached new highs in March 2023. The premier cryptocurrency is now uncorrelated with other assets. In fact, the coin has performed better than almost 100% of US publicly traded companies in the S&P 500 over the past month. During all 14 months of winter in the crypto market, experts tried to find out what assets Bitcoin correlated with the most. In addition, the flagship cryptocurrency is widely believed to be influenced by the Fed's monetary policy, as well as political and macroeconomic events. Because Bitcoin was created by mysterious Satoshi Nakamoto, its place in the traditional financial system is still debated. Bitcoin has been in correlation with the stock market for a long time. In fact, its reaction to US inflation has been akin to that of the S&P over the past year. There have also been attempts to compare the price movements of Bitcoin to changes in the NASDAQ and even the Dow Jones. However, if there was any correlation before, there is no more. Thus, over the past few weeks, the S&P and the NASDAQ gained 0.3% and 3% respectively. Meanwhile, Bitcoin surged by 15%. Where does the divergence come from? As a reminder, Bitcoin came along during the 2008 financial crisis. It was designed to exclude any interventions of third parties from transaction chains. No wonder it is popular again during the current banking crisis in the US and Europe. The latest collapse of three large banks in the US, namely Silicon Valley Bank, Silvergate Bank, and Signature, took place in the wake of the confrontation between the crypto industry and US regulators. In each of these bankruptcy cases, the regulatory authorities intervened. They even amended legislation to send the market in the desired direction. For instance, infamous companies Circle and FTX were the clients of Silvergate. That was enough for the regulatory authorities to accuse the bank of being involved in fraud committed by its partner FTX and its subsidiaries. After facing intense scrutiny from US regulators, Silvergate Bank ended operations and liquidated its assets. When it comes to Bitcoin and its decentralized payment network, such interference is impossible by default. The flagship coin is getting less dependent on stocks, giving investors a chance to beat the market. It remains to be seen whether Bitcoin is ready to become a safe haven asset on the back of world central banks' unstable policy. With fiat depreciating and inflation at a high rate, maybe it is about time. Bitcoin is clearly striving to be like no other risk asset. It may well be the start of a new historic trend. After all, gold has already hit fresh all-time highs. Maybe it's time for digital gold to do the same. The coin's bull run began from the 24,200 mark on March 16th. In the past 7 days, Bitcoin finally broke through the 28,000 barrier, gaining about 16%. Since March 8th, when Silicon Valley Bank showed outward signs of trouble, Bitcoin has advanced by approximately 25%. The coin traded at 28,694 just half an hour before the Fed's decision on March 22nd. As expected, the US Central Bank raised interest rates by 25 basis points. At a press conference, Chair Jerome Powell said that the regulator's primary goal was to bring inflation to the 2% target. He also stressed that the rates would be lifted higher if needed. The market had already priced in a quarter of a point rate hike, but the chair's dovish remarks came as a surprise. A drop in the US dollar index to 102.5 became another bombshell. Likewise, the US stock market edged down. Bitcoin also descended from its highs and traded slightly above $26,000. per coin early on Thursday. Therefore, the crypto industry should still be treated with caution, as regulators may continue making it harder for banks to process crypto-related transactions, as well as the case with Signature Bank. Speaking of stable coins, the situation is even more complicated as regulators consider them to be securities. Binance, the world's leading cryptocurrency exchange, recently converted $1 billion worth of Binance USD stablecoins into Bitcoin, Ether, and other cryptocurrencies. Stablecoins Binance USD has a fixed price equal to $1 Meanwhile, Binance native coin BNB also dropped to the price area of $323.5 yesterday. In the meantime, Ethereum developers set a target date of April 12 for its long-awaited Shanghai hard fork. It will allow users to withdraw their staked coins. The upgrade is expected to boost Ether demand in the market. On the other hand, the reaction of the token to the Shanghai hard fork is hard to predict. Therefore, investors will likely stay cautious as the upgrade nears. All in all, Bitcoin failed to stay firm at the 9-month high and went down. A surge in the price came due to banking sector woes, high inflation, and dovish Fed expectations. These factors no longer seem so acute. It remains to be seen what the future has in store for the premier cryptocurrency and the entire market of digital assets. We hope you've enjoyed watching our weekly crypto review. See you in a week.